Poverty is a prominent issue that can affect anyone, regardless of age, race, or gender. It's a broad topic that can encompass many things, but today we'll focus on the aspect of food insecurity. And that alone calls for a need to advocate for change, which in various policies that affect poverty. According to Sandy Pruitt et al., in a research article titled "Who is Food Insecure?" written in October 2016, food insecurity is defined as having inconsistent access to adequate food because of limited financial and other resources. Today we will tell you how food insecurity impacts the United States, California, SLO County, and more specifically students at Cal Poly. Through this, we will be able to discuss who is affected by food insecurity, how politics play a role in poverty and food insecurity, and resources that can aid in food insecurity on and off campus. Not only do we need to be more aware on this topic, but we need to be able to advocate for change. Even through educating others about resources, voting for certain policies, or candidates running for a political position, these choices can aid others who lack the resources to help others.
Poverty in the U.S. affects millions of American families and households every year. But what classifies a household to be considered impoverished? We can look at the United States Census Bureau for their 2017 poverty thresholds. According to Statista.com, the average American family is about 2 adults and 2 children. And if you look at the chart, that's about $25,000, making it very difficult for those families to provide for their children. According to Lydia Press in her 2018 article, poverty and food insecurity has been improving the last couple of years, but 1 in 8 Americans still suffer from food insecurity. That's about 40 million Americans, and of those 40 million Americans, 17 million are children. So how does the government help those who suffer from food shortages? Well, I'm going to tell you about a few major government programs that are out there to assist these people in need. The first being SNAP. SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which was formerly called Food Stamps Program and is available for low-income individuals and families. In this program, there are about 40 million participants, and they're each given an average of $100 to $150 for every person in their household, and that they can spend on groceries or any other food they would like. Another government program is WICS, which stands for Women, Infants, and Children. This program is similar to SNAP in that it provides supplemental food, but instead of SNAP, but WICS only provides food to pregnant women and children under the age of 5. This program also doesn't let them spend the money on just any groceries. They have care packages that are already pre-made to ensure that they have healthy, nutritious food to the 7.2 million children and pregnant women that participated every month this past year. The third program is child nutrition, and as many of you may know of it as a free or reduced lunch in schools. This program includes school lunch, school breakfast, and after-school programs, which provides students with free meals or meals at a reduced price. This program provides over 20 million students across the country with food. According to Craig and James in their Childhood Food Insecurity in the U.S., Trends, Concerns, and Policy Options, even with all these programs in place, there are still over 16 million U.S. children, or 1 in 5 children under the age of 18, that go to a household that is food insecure. Every year, there are over $100 billion spent on the different food assistance programs, and yet we still have such a high number of children going to bed hungry. So obviously, we are in need of some policy changes. With the 2020 election coming up, and for many of you, this will be your first time voting, it is important that we look at the candidates' different policies in order to fix this epidemic. According to the article where 2020 presidential candidates stand on food and farming, there are three main candidates that have the most plans for change when it comes to food insecurity. The first being Jay Inslee. He's a Democratic governor from Washington whose plan is to support and fund the Food Industry Nutrition Initiative, which will make it easier for SNAP recipients to afford more healthier food like fruits and vegetables. He also plans to enact the Breakfast After the Bell program in high poverty schools, which is similar to child nutrition. It would just make it easier for those children to have access to food throughout the whole school day. The other two candidates are Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. They're both Democratic senators with both very similar plans to help this epidemic. They both plan to expand and provide more funding for programs like WIC and SNAP. They also both plan to formally recognize the widespread of food insecurity across U.S. college campuses and provide greater resources for those students in need. In summary, we can see that even though the U.S. has all these programs in place and spends billions of dollars providing resources for those in need, there's still a lot of people that need more help. We are in need of some major policy changes, and with this 2020 election coming up, we have an opportunity to have an effect on this problem. This is why you need to pay attention to your candidate's policy.